Hey everyone, welcome. Welcome to the Menopause Map. I am so glad you're here. You've been walking home the long way all summer, not the short way, not the direct route, the long way, the one that takes you past. Hi, ladies. Hi, Anne Marie. Hi, JG. You've been walking past every version of yourself that you thought you'd left behind. Today, that walk is going to bring us home. This is all about the way home. This is the last stop in the story that we've been building all summer. And I want to take you through this whole arc in one sitting because I think you need to hear about how it all connects before we close out this season and open the next one. And just a big hello to everyone that's here today. I'm Jennifer Seven. I'm a holistic nutritionist. I'm a coach. And this is the Menopause Map, where midlife women get the map that no one handed them. And I've been walking beside and sitting across from women for over 20 years. So let's walk through this past week in one breath, because each piece this week was building toward today. Earlier this week, we talked about the phrase getting back to normal. And I told you something that you may find a little bit hard to hear at first because there's no back, there's no going back. The normal that you've been aching to return to was never actually that safe memory that it makes it look like the normal. It's the life that was actually quietly emptying you, and going back to it would mean going back to the exact same thing that wore you down in the first place. And I don't want you to think of it as a loss. I want you to think of it as a release. Then later this week, we went a little bit deeper and we talked about feeling the feeling that so many of you have described to me, that feeling of looking in the mirror, catching a reflection of yourself and being like, who the heck is that? Who is that? That can't possibly be me. That's not who I am. I'm this older version. So you're not recognizing yourself and you're feeling lost. I want to give you a different word. I don't want you to use the word lost. You're not lost. You might be unfamiliar. You're unfamiliar because being lost means that you strayed somewhere. You went someplace that away from what you used to know completely, and that you're trying to find your way back. But unfamiliar, now that means something completely different. You are not lost. You are just unfamiliar to yourself, to the who you are and who you are becoming. And it's just an unfamiliar feeling of like, oh, this is me, but who am I? I really want you to sit with that word unfamiliar for just a minute. I don't think we give it enough credit. Again, lost means a place that you knew that you've strayed from. It means that there was a map, a self you had fully charted and planned out. And somewhere along the way, you feel like you veered off the map. And now you're searching. You're trying to retrace your steps. Think of it as going backwards to find the path that you somehow wandered off, to find that version of yourself that you felt like you already knew by heart. But there's no place like that here. There's no old, fully known self waiting at the end of a road for you. What's actually happening is actually something much less frightening than losing yourself, and much more interesting. I think we can say in midlife, ladies, we are learning that we are interesting, and there's a whole new us that we are discovering. So we are someone new, someone we are becoming. We are meeting ourselves, our new you, our new me, someone this new you, this person that you are now, didn't exist in quite this shape before or this face before. But this you, this someone, is arriving out of everything you've lived and everything you've carried and everything you've survived right up to this point. And I really want to say to you that this distinction really matters because it sounds like it might the word you use decides what you do next. And if you think you're lost, then your job, your mission starts to become, I'm going to retrace my steps, I'm going to search backwards, trying to find that that self that I felt like I already know. But we are not that person. It's just like we can't change the past. It's behind us. That self is behind us. But if we change that to, instead of lost, I'm going back to that unfamiliar. The job for us now, the task for us now is think of it as an introduction. Hello, new me. I'm going to get acquainted with this new me. I'm going to be patient with this new me, the way you would be with anyone that you meet. You meet a friend, you're patient, you get to know them, and you don't have to be harsh with that person. You don't have to interrogate them. You don't have to blame them for not being that self that you were before. It's about non judgment, it's about being kind to the person that you're becoming. So, if you've caught your own reflection lately and you have felt that, "Ugh, ooh, ouch, who is that person? I don't think I quite recognize that person. Where did those lines come from? Where did that body come from?" I want you to try something. Instead of asking, "Where did I go?" try asking, "Who am I becoming?" It's a very small shift in language, but it changes the entire shape of this season that you're standing in right now. So, what does coming home actually mean if it's not going back? Coming home was never about returning to the place you left, it's about arriving fully as the woman you're becoming right now in the body and the life that you actually have today, not the one you used to have, not the one that you think you're supposed to want back. And that's what we've been talking about this whole summer. If I'm going to be truly honest with you, everything that I've been reading, not reading, everything I've been writing and talking about has been building toward this idea. You don't have to retrieve an old self. We don't have to go backwards. You get to meet a new one. You're getting to meet you where you are. Meet her, welcome her home. However unfamiliar she might feel some days, this is the work for you. Not searching backwards, arriving forward. Coming home was never about going back, it was about finally arriving. Before we close, oh, thank you, Anne Marie. I love the reframing of this. We're coming home to who we are now. Before we close, I want to give you one small practice, something you can do today. I never want to put you in a feeling of overwhelm or that I have to overhaul everything. Just, I want you to name one small way you are becoming, not returning, just one little thing. It could be as small as I'm trying a new food. I'm actually liking something about myself. I can look in the mirror and say, gosh, I like my blue eyes. A boundary, setting a boundary that you didn't set before, but now you're going to set it. This new you is setting this new boundary. Maybe you didn't have the nerve to set the boundary or hold it before. talking to yourself in the mirror. Mirror work is, I think, one of the hardest things to do. So we have to go gently with it. But being able to look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, I love you. I love you, the woman in the mirror, not the woman in the picture from 15 years ago, the woman I am right now. And even if you can't quite feel it, start with it. I love my eyes. I love my mouth. I love my lips, whatever it is. And start small. It might be uncomfortable, but your woman in the mirror is truly your best friend. And we want to start to honor that woman, befriend that woman. This is the woman that we are becoming now. So that's the practice. It's simple, one step. And if you want to comment that below in the notes afterwards, I would be honored and I'll reply to everyone. I don't want you to build a 5-step plan, just one honest sentence about who you are becoming. And before we close, before you go, I want to remind you that every week I'm here on the Menopause Map. I am a coach, I'm a holistic nutritionist, I am not a doctor, and nothing here replaces that relationship. You always want to maintain your relationship with your medical practitioner. I am education only. If anything from this season has been heavier than these episodes can hold, please reach out to someone who can actually sit with you in it. If you've enjoyed this conversation, if you want to go deeper with it, then please join me every week here on the Menopause Map. If this is the first time you found your way here, I invite you to like, subscribe, and share. Share with other women who can benefit from what we've talked about here tonight, today. It's not night, today. I'll be here every week to help you find it. Thank you for walking this long way home this whole season, this summer. And we're going to keep going. We're going to keep talking about midlife, knowing that you're not broken. You just have never been given the map. So thank you again for being here. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you, everybody.